हाँ गिर गया ये बहुत बिल्ले बाबा है देख देखा
Okay, thank you.
An unusual heat made so much of the lake melt that the corpses, some of which still had fragments of their hair and skin, began floating to the surface of.
Hey, how's it going, YouTube? I'm your host for this one, Landon Dowlatsingh, because you guys definitely don't want me singing on this one. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. If you guys aren't already subscribed to this most amazing top 10 channel, what the heck are you guys waiting for? Make sure you guys go ahead and smash the subscribe button. And also check out our new channel, Top 10 Hindi Videos. We have our first viral video on the channel. Well, semi-viral. Our first ever video hit over 100,000 views. And Eamon is on it. I think you guys really like her as a host. And we just hired another new host on the channel, so if you guys want to check it out, click right over there. Alright, so India is a country that is full of culture, history, and there is definitely not a shortage of mysterious places. From a place where birds randomly fall to their doom to a creepy beach where scary whispers can be heard, India is for sure a country that is surrounded with mystery and unexplainable events. So let's dive right into this list here. This is the top 10 mysterious places in India. The river that sucks people in brings us to number 10. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think I'll be jumping in these waters for a quick dip. So this river is called QAMAR NADI River, and it is also infamously known as the Bloody River. And I'll tell you why. There are so many stories about people getting sucked into the water and never seen or heard from again. Even if you don't believe in the supernatural, I think it's safe to say that you don't need to test these waters out for yourself. This river is actually referred to as one of the most dangerous places in India, and the fact that the bodies that have been lost in this river are never recovered is beyond creepy. So you're telling me that there's a river that basically swallows people and their bodies and they're never found again? Would you go risk swimming there? Yeah, I wouldn't. Skeleton Lake takes us to number 9. Every year as the ice melts in Rupkund, a glacial lake that is located 16,500 feet above sea level, will have hundreds of human skeletons just floating, and they would be floating on the surface of the water. This lake was rediscovered back in 1942 by a forest ranger, and the skeletons have still remained a mystery. Nobody knows for sure who these people were and what they were doing in the unbelievable conditions of the Himalayas. According to a local legend, the skeleton remains are of a king, his pregnant wife, and hundreds of servants were heading towards a shrine during a pilgrimage.
An unusual heat made so much of the lake melt that the corpses, some of which still had fragments of their hair and skin, began floating to the surface of the water and rolling against the sides of the lake.
However, before they reached their destination, they were caught in a deadly hailstorm. Some people say that these bones still have human flesh on them, so that's what makes Skeleton Lake a huge mystery even to this day. Scary whispers are in at number 8. DUMAS beach is located in Gujarat, and it is known as the third most haunted place in India. Now, normally beaches are a relaxing place with sun, sand, and water. Sure, this beach had all three of these things, but DUMAS beach is also known for its paranormal activity. It used to be a site of a burial ground for several years, so a lot of people believe that it is haunted by a lot of spirits with unfinished business. So if you visit this beach at night, you will hear whispers of people talking when no one is around you. There are also reports of people going missing on this beach, and their bodies are never recovered. The sand is black, and people believe it's because many dead bodies were cremated here, and when the ashes mix with the sea, you get black sand. I think I'll save my sun tanning for another beach. The legend of Bullet Babe rides its way onto number 7 on this list. A man riding his motorcycle got into a fatal accident back in 1992. The next day, the police took ownership of his motorcycle and they took it to the nearest police station. But the next day they discovered that the motorcycle was gone, and it was later found that same day at the crash site. The police kept bringing the motorcycle back to the police station, but it mysteriously kept returning to the site where its original owner had died. The locals took this as a miracle and they built a temple around the bike. Since then, this site has been a place of worship, and they believe that the spirit of this man protects this area and prevents accidents from occurring here. Next up, in at number 6, we have twins. In the tiny village of QAMAR, 2,000 families are living here, and they have over 450 pair of twins. This is by far one of the strangest and most mysterious villages in South India. It's so mysterious that it actually costs got the attention of an international science team who went to investigate it. The people living in this village have an unusual tendency to have a birth with twins. The global average is about 6 twins per 1,000 births. But in this small village, the odds were actually 42 out of 1,000 births. Some people have theorized that there is a certain chemical in the water that increases your chance of conceiving twins, but it hasn't been conclusive. So I guess all these twins will just remain as one of the life's biggest mysteries. The floating pillar floats its way onto this list at number 5. The LEPAKSHI temple in India is a very unusual and mysterious place. The temple is actually really beautiful, but out of its 70 pillars, there is one that mysteriously hangs from the ceiling without any form of support. Lots of people travel to this temple and attempt to pass in objects under the pillar because they believe that it will bring prosperity into their lives. A British engineer tried to logically explain why the pillar was floating, but in the process he dislodged it, and he realized that if he tried to move it any further, he can cause permanent damage to the entire temple. So if it isn't broken, I guess, you shouldn't try to fix it. I think that's how the saying goes. Number 4, we have birds committing suicide. This mysterious phenomenon is actually pretty depressing, and it's pretty dark. In the Jatinga village, several migratory birds flying over here just suddenly dropped dead. This massive bird suicide is more likely to happen during the hours of 6 p.m. to about 9:30 p.m. when the moon isn't out during the months of September and October. And I'm not talking about like 5 or maybe 10 birds. I'm talking about hundreds of birds who just plummet to their deaths by crashing into buildings and trees. And since birds aren't known to be suicidal, this strange phenomenon has baffled experts. For many years, the locals believed the evil spirits living in the skies are responsible for the ones bringing down these birds, but we still don't have an explanation for this massive bird suicide. A levitating stone comes floating onto this list at number 3. The HAZRAT QAMAR Ali DARVESH shrine is not your typical shrine. This place is actually pretty mysterious because it is known for a special stone that weighs 70 kilograms and can only be lifted by one way. In order to lift this special rock, you need to gather 11 people around the stone and touch it with your fingertips. Once 11 people loudly call out the name of the saint who placed the curse on it, the stone will magically raise up into the air. Lots of other people have attempted to lift this stone in other methods, but they have failed. According to the legend, a saint placed a curse on the stone that was used for bodybuilding about 800 years ago.
Okay, thank you.
ALEYA ghost lights brings us to number 2. The swamps in Bengal have been haunted by mysterious lights that can be seen floating around in the darkness. These strange lights are known as the ALEYA ghost lights. Locals say that these lights are the spirits of dead fishermen who lost their way in the dark swamps and eventually died. But it is also believed that if you see these lights and follow them into the darkness, you will never be seen again. Most people think that you will die if you follow these lights, while others say that you'll become insane and never recover. But then again, no one has lived to tell their story. So if you see mystical lights in the Bengali swamp area, you should do yourself a favor and don't follow them. And now, in number 1, we have aliens. The Konkala Pass is one of the least populated places in India, and that's because it is located in the disputed territory between India and China. And that's not what makes this area one of the most mysterious places in India. There have been a lot of reports of UFOs in the area and very strange looking aliens inhabiting the land here. The locals have reported seeing lots of UFOs fly, and they even believe that there's an underground UFO base located in this area. I mean, take a look at this picture right here. So it shows buildings in the past that looks like some sort of military facility. I don't know what's really going on here, but I'm actually smelling something pretty fishy. Well, there you guys have it. You made it to the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next most amazing top 10 video. Bye.
When the summer came, an unusual heat made so much of the lake melt that the corpses, some of which still had fragments of their hair and skin, began floating to the surface of the water and rolling against the sides of the lake.
Okay, thank you.